All right. So, uh, as we left off, rather, remind me, you were on the session where it ended on you guys coming up to like a
Yeah,
abandoned
like right
basement.
when the creature came out of the mirror.
Yes, triggering the shadow horror trap,
Yeesh.
which you dealt with quite expertly, especially since Silas unleashed his divine smite, which was
Hey!
super effective against, you know, radiant vulnerable creature. Afterwards, you have definitely informed the guard custodian about the danger, so they were supposed to contain the situation for the time being. The party did visit the elder's house because they were granted permission by custodian himself after all of the good deeds that you have done up until this point, and finding out that the elder is really not in the best shape. And by that I mean they found him almost literally fused with the core of the tree inside his house.
Oh.
Kind of like, I don't know, have you played the God of War from 2018, the Norse saga?
Uh,
Or do you know how Mimir looks in that game?
yes, I do know that.
Yeah, so kind of like that. Plus a case of maybe dementia, maybe like more like, I do not know what's the professional name for this, but essentially kind of like childish behavior, like kind of regressing in terms of intelligence. I'm blanking on a good words in English to this.
Maturity.
Sorry, what?
Maturity. Like, he doesn't seem very. Yeah, he's very childish, mature. Immature, sorry.
Yes, it seems like whatever is happening, it has taken a huge toll on him. And as far as you believe, and as far as Custodian Siderian himself believes that it was done voluntarily, as in the Elder himself asked to be put in the tree to be fused because perhaps he've seen this as a chance, opportunity to like prolong his service for the City of Hope. There was also the entire bit about insight from the past, the answers to your questions, and portion of the session was definitely about the three musketeers discussing bits and pieces of information what they know. Perhaps some conclusions were drawn that maybe they're not fully right, but I decided not to interfere because that's, well, fun that way.
Yeah.
At the very least, unless the full beans are spilled, as in the players will see the handouts. They decided to reveal the handouts they received for their answers.
Questions.
And for their questions, answers they received for the questions. And also during research of Sasa's home, they did found out that their Sasa's parents had a hidden small makeshift laboratory. Kind of like a deal of, we split from the main research group, but we are still doing our own research, but trying to do good, actually.
They had a med lab, but it's a good one. Like, for good.
Ah, yes. Favorite.
Jesse, what the fuck are you talking about?
Oh, speaking of the question, do you have a handout for me for that?
Yes.
Thank you.
However, the way I wanted to do this is that while you were going to be reading the handouts, we would be going with a scene in the meantime.
Okay.
Because some people will have dreams, or just snoozing off for a moment. and seeing some different things. However, because, well, this week has been intense in terms of work, so if you believe that I have missed something pretty significant in regards to recap, then feel free to pipe in and correct me.
Well, we discover one thing is that we discover that the basement that we came out from. Once we exited, it's in the middle of the city, pretty much.
Oh,
Not in the middle,
Yeah, we
on
were-
the
Well,
within the
It's
city's
within the
borders, but
walls.
kind of like on the closer to the walls.
yeah, that's true. But we did discover that it was in the city because
Yes.
Bell heard the city above. Yeah, we had some ideas. We were discussing some ideas of like combining information to see what we had right and wrong. And we concluded that shit's fucked, first of all.
sounds about right.
Samal had like a lot of information that he was like, yeah, this is going on. And Sasa was like, what?
Silence, you mean?
Oh, yeah, Silas, sorry. And Sasa discovered a way to get some of the machines working to do more research, so she can do research on it, just like her ancestors did, which is not something she wants to do, but I guess she has to. And was it last session or the session before where you went like haywire? I think it was the session before.
Who went haywire?
Yeah.
Sorry.
When
Pastor.
Pastor
But
had,
yeah, it was when we entered the room.
Yeah, when we entered the room.
Yeah, that was the other session. And I think that was it, just that the house was in the city and that we exchanged a lot of information.
Yes.
Hey, are you talking about when Pastor got fear covering him or whatever it was?
Yeah, they were stuck in like in the vision room, and then Pastor just started to play again.
right. Where I tried calling upon the light whilst we were in the fucking vision.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, that's pretty much covers it. Plus, I'm pretty sure that the rest of the party will want to talk to you. However, don't worry, we'll get to Pastor soon enough.
Great.
As the situation will be happening.
Oh wait, yeah, I just remember. Dugan also told us that he remembers some stuff in a city that he got kicked from, or he left.
No,
Yeah, apparently
he it didn't sound like he is not sure, but it more sounded like he just left, and that's the issue because they're like keeping in isolation, and if he tries to return, they're gonna kill him.
Yeah, he apparently comes from the Fae City. What the fuck? Like a hidden city of the Fae, ruled by the Fae.
There's a lot of cities out there.
Yeah, and we were just like, there's a whole fucking city of those bitches out there still there? What the fuck? So, yeah. Apparently, since Fae live for a really long time, at least in normal D&D, I don't know if they do it here. But if they live for a really long time, people who lived before the war and like know what caused it could be living in that city.
Not even that.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry, you go.
Essentially, if you want a point of reference, what is the inspiration for the City of Prismatic Brilliance, which is the City of Fae, as you have neatly put it, is Warhammer's Fantasy Atelloren, specifically.
Oh my god.
And Dresden Files Fae Courts.
Where's Orion? I need to speak it.
I actually don't know either of those.
Atelloren, I believe, is that the city of like the tree of the world?
No, Atelloren is the realm of 3 ghosts, 3 demons. Ghosts, basically the very scary version of Wood Elves.
Ah, that's the anti the anti Orion city. Got it. Okay.
Yeah, but basically, Lauren is like the scary, spooky forest that will kill you.
Yeah. I mean, most places in Warhammer will kill you, but like, yeah.
Fair point. Fair point.
Any forest you go into in Warhammer, you're probably going to die.
So what I was gonna say is not even just that. Remember, the Fae were the one that were helping the gods with the research on this shit.
Yeah.
So the
If I-
fact that they're living in isolation probably means that, they know shit and they're trying to hide it
Yeah.
or keep it away.
Researchers there, someone's gonna have to fucking hold me back. I'm gonna beat the shit out of them. And then probably die instantly. So.
If I find my parents there, I swear to God, I will murder. Not my parents, but I will murder someone.
Will murder.
Sasa, you finally found us.
You won't
But
find
no,
them there. I mean, okay, like you won't find them alive. However, I'm only talking about that place in specific.
What if we find them as undead?
And
Oh god.
That would be really funny.
Undead fairy.
Wouldn't be surprised.
but
Okay,
yes,
and Silas also knew some shit. What did Silas? Silas knew a lot of shit actually.
Silas could recognize immediately from his background and also the fact that he has history with the Fae apparently. Could recognize the laboratory instantly.
Yay.
Yeah.
however,
He said no more.
I think there was in that session when
Yeah,
you,
no,
like,
I was there for that. I was there
Yeah.
for that.
Yeah.
That like little lore blast because of his like bardic stuff.
Yeah,
That's
historic
not Bard
knowledge.
stuff. I think that was. Oh wait, no, it is Bard stuff.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah, but-
that's my background archaeology.
Oh, background. Okay, right.
Yeah.
I thought that was bard stuff. Sorry.
No, but the question was, I was able to figure out where Pastor's from.
Yeah.
You know, plus
He did get an answer.
there was some out of character like discussion about potentially going to another city, and there are some potential limitations slash kind of plans how to conclude this campaign and have plans for like a future, because I will have to like shuffle my schedule a little bit. And like as the Fallen is like the big threat, and as a conclusion for Pastor's personal arc for this part at the very least. But yeah, we'll get to that when we'll get to that. We'll burn that bridge when we cross it, or however the fucking saying goes. But yes, as we begin this session, there you can go into Journal tab, and you should see in Codex folder Insight from the Past, and it should be set up in a way that only your page, your question and answer should be visible. And you may absolutely read that in peace right now, because in the meantime, short dreams slash visions arrive not only to one person but to two, as you have taken a long rest. You had time to like rest, but the events of the past couple of hours, the fight, the research and whatnot, even if you are not super fatigued, cause you to catching up or snooze off for just a little bit. And between one and the next one, no, because it's for your consciousness, it's hard to catch that moment when you actually go to sleep. Sasa finds herself in a familiar place, but a familiar place that causes a deep, cold feeling to emanate from her stomach.
Oh god, I'm in the void again, aren't I? Fuck, yes I am.
It's a little bit different than before, and out of character. Fuck, I forgot to set the music for this page. Ah!
Send me the YouTube link.
It's a little bit different. You do no longer have this weird train of thought that you had before, where you were questioning the nature of reality, the nature of your soul, but being in this void that, surprisingly, compared to that rift you have seen in the vision, is not a sea of darkness. You see some things, pieces, scattered elements, body parts, whatever is floating
Oh.
in this realm. And then something in your stomach knots when you hear the wail of a child echoing once again. But it does not sound like your regular mortal kid. It sounds wrong. And this wail reverberates throughout your being, throughout your very soul. And from this floating, unblinking, frozen eye starts to break. Weird ooze-like black substance floats upwards towards you do not know where. And then, between one moment and the next one, you see a horrifying, twisted figure, like something that you cannot easily put into words, that freezes your soul itself for a brief moment.
I hate this.
As it appears, you hear the wail, this like warped, twisted wail of a child, echoing once again. And you can give me either intelligence or wisdom ability check.
Okay. My stomach literally just like I clenched my muscles because I thought you were gonna say saving throw, and I was like, oh fuck no. Okay, intelligence check. No.
You feel like all of that knowledge, all of that insight you have gained, like you are on the cusp of connecting two dots, of figuring out something, not exactly connected to your research of balancing the energies, but looking at this creature like something is there. But the unease, this deep bone fear rattling your bones and soul from just looking at this wailing stillborn child is too much. And your mind almost blanks for a moment before you snap your eyes, like quick breath. However, that was you. And that moment, that hour, that cycle of pulse, you are not the only one. And I hope that the way I set this up will actually the scene will be mostly like in darkness, despite like disabling token vision. But we'll see if that's gonna work. Because fuck, that doesn't work. Because Silas. You find
Yo.
yourself almost maybe not floating in the air, although that's the first thought that you have. Oh, hold on. This thought that you have, but then it's more like a feeling of, you know, if someone like rolled out a huge fucking map on the floor and you were able to like just walk on it. Kind of like, you know, in strategy and whatnot, strategic room. This is the feel that you have, that reminder, again, flashback to seeing various modes of light around the world ravaged by darkness.
Okay.
You see that prismatic. Actually, hold on. Shift.
Nah,
Yes.
I gotcha.
Yeah, see that with prismatic swirl that indicates the Fae. I think you have a strong feeling that this one, the light is almost warm, welcoming, hopeful. So it doesn't take you long to figure out that this is the City of Hope. However, looking at this, you realize that while you may know the road, you may know the direction you have to go, the journeys, should you decide to take them to other cities, assuming their lights will not be extinguished by the time you arrive to them, will be long and arduous. We are not talking about... Oh, by the way, do not try to like use the measure distance. It's like I didn't even try to bother making this like with scale.
Okay.
It's like bare bones representation, but the distances will be something, and you know that's going to take a moment. But as you garner at the side below your feet on this world that once was filled with many more lights, many more creatures, and now only has a couple still shining bright, even if some of their light is weird and perhaps giving a sense of unease. There's a moment where one of those turns very bright to a point that it bursts with flash that temporarily blinds you in this dreamlike vision. The world below your feet disappears, and as you try to regain your vision, when you blink a few more times, you find yourself looking at something very different.
Okay.
As you stare at it, it stares back. Twisted, being, whatever it is, a single eye watching down upon you with a power of almost like endless dead light brilliance. And you hear, hope the fucking voice mode will work, and you hear merely one sentence echoing in your brain.
Cool.
And with that, your eyes snap back open, and you are back with Sasa and Vale.
He's just in a daze. Very out of it.
I think Sasa will probably also be like slowly flooding down to the ground and just like sit on the floor. Bill is probably so fucking confused on what's going on.
I'm waiting for my weird flashback if I'm getting one.
He wants
My,
only
Looks
us
around.
to.
my apologies. This time it was for Sasa
Okay.
and Silas.
That's why I was pausing. You're good.
We
Vex-
got a fucking world map.
We don't. One person saw it for 5 seconds.
Yeah, I know, but
One day. I'm gonna fucking
Person
find
that's
a
a cartographer.
My next character's gonna be a
Fuck. I mean,
cartographer. They will just look at the two of you. One of you seems to be in like a daze, and the other person's just like turned off brain, float to ground, and so he's just like, looks at both of you guys. Are you okay? We still haven't talked about what we need to talk about. Gently nudges the two of you. You okay?
Uh-huh.
Are you still
What?
I
here?
saw a peach pit with an eye.
What?
It was like a peach pit or so, I don't know what it was. It was.
What?
I'm pretty sure it was whatever the god of light is, or I don't know. Maybe or the thing that's the source of the trees? Question mark.
Oh. That's
What?
You
Kind of
said-
shrugs. He's just like, that's. I mean, that's.
Okay, that's not good. Okay, did you see something too? Did you both see the same thing?
No,
What did you see?
I saw the baby question mark thing.
Oh. What,
The
they're
thing
like, what
we're
are they
hearing.
like?
You're cutting out a little bit, gamer.
Oh. Wait, am I still cutting out? Am I good?
Better.
Okay. She's gonna say, you know the thing that we've been hearing?
There's a lot of things we've been hearing.
The
Which one?
crying, the kid
Oh, yeah.
crying.
Yes.
Okay, I saw it.
What? You saw the child?
Yeah, I was right. It's in the void.
Oh, that's not good.
Oh, so it was like a dark, pitch black place kind of thing?
It's
Normal
no,
child.
no. There's things, and there's
Oh.
eyes, and there's a hand, and there's a baby, and the
How much of a
debris.
void?
Is it like a normal
The void is
baby?
not very void.
I feel like there's a bad definition for the. Yeah. It's just-
Waves of darkness.
uh,
My head hurts.
Is
I'll
it a
just
normal
interject for
child?
a second. Does Sasa try to give like the best description of what she saw?
Oh, of course.
I
Yeah.
think
Oh,
she
boy.
will be like, yeah, it was horrible and disgusting. I don't know what the fuck I saw, and she's just gonna
Okay.
try to just describe it. Yeah.
Okay.
Make a
Vale
this
and
screen.
Silas, if you want, you may make either intelligence or wisdom ability check.
I'm a
I
little
assume I
wise.
cannot reroll myself, right?
Sadly
that's
not.
that's not gonna do much of anything.
I'm a little wise. I'm average wise.
I'm giving my intelligence, my flash of fucking genius to Silas. Oh wait, no, yeah, to
Yeah.
Silas.
No. Really?
Yeah,
What's
it's a
the
17. He will make it a 17.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yes. Okay, I'm glad to take
Silence
it.
becomes knowledge.
Okay. So, combining with that flash of genius, and Silas will catch that meaning first, and then, but with Vale, we'll also start seeing that. This is mere conjecture and theory, but one of the main myths, one of the main legends of the survivors of Eclipse is that when shit went down, when the star shattered, the gods left you. They abandoned you to die. However, despite everything, you have decided to spite them and survive against all odds. What if not all the gods managed to get away in time?
Oh.
Don't tell me this baby is a god.
I'm not gonna spoil it, but out of character, after, like, straight up, I told one sentence and you just knew it was Behir, I was like, I'm gonna say that it's a wailing child and they just gonna know what this is.
Oh wait, I have that. Okay.
But yeah, sorry, that was
Oh.
just a bit of... however, yeah,
Oh,
apologies for
no.
interjecting. Do you wish
I do
to...
know who this is. Oh no.
See. Oh, I get it. Wait. No, he's gonna make he's gonna make an intelligence check to put the two things together, as far as what I think.
Oh no.
Heh.
Hmm.
Oh, it's probably some sort of leftover god baby or something. I don't know.
It's
kinda weird.
Well,
That would
Okay.
explain all the undead, maybe.
we're
I
fucking.
need. I'm out of the loop. I don't know what I'm missing.
This baby is, at least for like the image they used, it's an atropal, which is
Oh
a
yeah.
stillborn god.
In
And
3.5
Oh.
edition, it was a
Him.
challenge rating 27 enemy.
Oh.
Great.
This is a
I-
world ender.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I think I know the stats for it in 5th edition. And if we do face one of those, it's one of those. we're dead.
We're gonna die.
Actually depends on printing, because 5e tools, like, okay, you got it. And in 5e tools, it's like challenge rating 12 or 13.
Oh, I'm gonna message you the thing that I mean in particular, because I'm not sure which stat block does it, but
Oh, right. Yeah, plus
I'm
there is
gonna-
like a homebrew book that someone transcribed Elder Evils monsters from 3.5 to 5th edition.
yeah, it's like it's like deities and demigods, and it's like all this challenge, or it's like the epic handbook, and it's just a bunch of stuff where it's like, here's everything, like 25 plus challenge rating. I forget what the creature is called, but there's a creature where it's like 80 people fused together to make like a human centipede like creature, and each one holds like, well, each arm is wielded with like a +3 great axe, or it's like a battle axe, and it can make an attack with every arm.
Hecatontirus? Oh wait, that's basically Titan.
I forget what it's called though.
Yeah. Sorry.
All that's coming to mind, even though I know it's not it, is the Remharaz, which would be terrifying regardless. But
Yeah. Oh no. Yeah. This is like a human thing. It's yeah. I'd have to go look through my books to find it.
Okay.
Yes,
So
yeah.
the light,
Go ahead.
the light. Sorry, the light. What? How do you describe it? Like a peach? What?
It was a peach pit with an eye.
Peach pit with an eye, and the boy is a fucking crying baby.
It's not a crying baby. It is.
I know what it is. You told me. I know now, but
No, it's an undead abomination that was fed a god, basically.
Oh, that's different from what I know it as. In the older edition, it was straight up. It's a aborted fetus, and because of the emotional constraints that it had while it's still in the womb, and from its act, and the fact that it's still like a demigod or trying to be one, it has such unrivaled power, which was why it was like such a high challenge rating.
It's
It's
a
like-
race of unfinished immortals modeled after the gods, aka stillborn godlings, who spontaneously
Yeah.
rose as undead,
Yeah,
seeking solely to spread death, destruction.
yeah, that's fun times.
Perhaps.
we're gonna die.
Perhaps. Yes,
We're all
perhaps,
gonna die.
It's weird. It's supposed to be weird.
So, it's nice knowing all you.
So why do we concentrate on faster instead?
But yes, do you wish to talk about something in this scene in this situation, or are you making your way back
I mean, Bill
towards?
did.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so
Because I
guys,
wasn't,
we have. So he'll look at you. So when I mentioned about those motes of light, I think we have like 2 or 3 options. There's a
Okay.
big bright light to the south. There's this weird red one to the right, and then if we go west far enough, around the cusp of the planet, might be able to reach another one. Because above board, I think that one was close enough technically on the other side of the border of the planet. If we went west,
Oh yeah, I know that's how the picture worked, but the planet is a sphere, and just the picture was like the flat.
oh yeah, no, I assume as such. I didn't know if you were gonna do like Greyhawk or a flat planet or something. So
No,
just-
it's a sphere.
okay. But yeah, if we decide to pursue one of those locations, got 3 ideas. Everything else is
Viable?
However, Silas would know that even the closest one is still a fair distance away. We are talking about
Like
I
months?
got a hut.
weeks of travel.
I got a hut. We could do that.
Yeah, we do have a hut. I have a bag of holding. We can bring a lot of stuff.
Bag man.
Rations for an entire month.
We don't have to
4
feed Pastor.
Bag man's gonna eat him, dude. If we bring a bag of holding, we are going to die.
We don't know about the existing of the bagman, okay? Silence. I've had this bag of holding since we started the campaign.
As he rolled on the bagman table. I must know.
I mean, if we make 2 bags and a bagman starts coming out, we'll just throw the bag with the bagman into the other bag, which will just get to
We
take him
just
away.
drop
But
them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
True. Okay, we can make another.
No, I remembered. I was
Bill-
asked if I'm making Bagman exist in this, and I
You
think
said
I asked
why
yes.
not?
Yeah, why not? Okay, yeah.
You said why not, which made me fear. Vale says, okay, well that's something to go on. Do you know that that group vision we had? Remember?
Yeah.
I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I kept seeing it after all of you stopped, apparently. Or at the very least, I had like a series of smaller visions. Anyway, I saw the scientist people, the researchers, opening rifts and taking things out of them, and then putting them into the cages.
were they beacons of light?
Not all of them. Some of them were like beacons of light, like it opens them up and it looks like heaven, And the other ones were a black pitchless void of nothingness.
Oh yeah, that's where I
That's
was.
new to me. That's
And
new to
Yeah.
me.
They took them out of both and then like corralled them like animals into the cages.
Yeah, I know what that is.
So I can tell you 4 things that I learned. Well, there's 4 Night Lords, first of all. I learned that. So I kind of can identify them now. That's cool. We've only met one. or know of one, I guess.
Yeah,
There's also
knowledge.
one called the Oceans, one that is a very strong, and one that is like the Lord of Decay, and then the one that is over there that's the Lord of Blood, I think, because he's a vampire.
Or knowledge? Wait, no, the knowledge was the one under him. Yeah.
So
Ocean Man.
So we cannot go through the ocean.
Take me
Oh.
by the
I
hand.
was putting it. I do not want to cross an ocean.
Where's the loot? I got an idea.
No ocean man.
We fly.
No ocean man. Ocean man.
Ocean
off the table.
Man.
I do not want to be eaten
Wait.
by a giant siege kraken or whatever the fuck.
Silas is gonna start busting out his cartography tools,
Mm-hmm.
and he's gonna start trying to draw the map. And as you mentioned, Ocean Man, he's gonna put him particularly on that island location and put a question mark, like, maybe.
I guess.
Aha.
Question mark. Ocean man in parentheses.
Ocean, yeah.
Ocean man.
So anyway, above board, I can identify the Night Lords if I see them, and I can also track them now. Learn their abilities if I look at them long enough.
I don't think we want to track them, but we want to avoid them.
Well, that's the point. If I can track them, then I can be
Yeah.
like, let's not go this way.
Let's go the other way.
The big boy went this way. We go the other way.
Okay. Well,
Wait.
I also had some visions.
Yeah.
Oh, what were you gonna say?
I'll ask after you mention everything, because I think I might be
Okay.
piecing more pieces
Also-
together.
Vale's gonna like walk outside the door to where I assume Derp is, like where I assume Pastor is, and I'm gonna be like, "Hey, are you okay now? You were like in a trance for a while now." I don't know if we actually sent him to church or not.
I mean, I thought that Pastor would start in his place. Essentially, I had a idea for his
Oh, yeah.
scene, unless you want to go for the idea that Pastor is with you, because I don't want to
I don't
push.
know.
But like, if there it's up to you. I had an idea like that would start at your church with your plant.
Also, wait, do your parents have a tree in their room? And
Looks like
bushes?
ivy.
No, I mean like this thing right here.
Oh
No, it's a bush.
Why?
I don't know. That's where where the door was hidden to go to the lab.
They are strange.
Are
There was
windows?
symbols. It was like a symbol puzzle that Silas figured out.
Yeah, that's-
Derp, if you answered, I didn't hear you.
Oh, no, I think if anything, Pastor would have gone back to the church, especially considering this information he's received.
Oh yeah. By the way, if you need any clarifications, feel free to ask. But I thought
I
parts of it
thi-
are pretty straightforward.
I think I got it. I might ask later, anyways, just to double check, though.
Okay. But yeah. So Pastor is not with you. He was like resting at his usual place. So are you guys gonna? As far as I remembered, you did talk about getting back to that underground laboratory, making second pass, making sure that you didn't miss anything, or maybe try to find something that you have missed.
We totally missed things because we ran out of there, but
Okay. Yeah, just making sure that we are still on track for this. Okay. So with that, the three of you will be leaving Zaza's home and making your way back towards towards that house. And in the meantime, slightly before, Pastor, as you have processed through the information that you have seen, the insight that was gained through that question. Yeah, what do we see when we see Pastor inside his usual resting place? How does Pastor feel? How does he look?
Well, first of all, just about all of his lights are back to yellow. He is not comfortable with what he has learned at all. He's not even tending to the lights or the plants like he would normally would. He's just pacing around, thinking. He's just very much distraught.
You are so distraught that you do not notice figure approaching you, and a gentle, albeit I would like a plant hand feel on a like metallic body, but yes, humanoid, but made out of leaves and plants of wood, and gently lays down on your shoulder and allow me, my creator, to tend to these plants. I see that whatever you have learned greatly troubled you. Because already by this point, your creation, the Awakened tree, is looking like if someone looked at her without any context, they would like guess like late teenager, like young adult years. Still like shorter than you with like life form. But you do feel that the power, the light within her is growing quite rapidly. However, she's so far, I know we didn't play that instance, but generally so far, you did not have any problems with her.
I believe I told you before, you are free to do as you wish.
Of course, my creator, and now I wish to assist you in these plans. Should I have means to ease on your mind, then feel free to ask. But and then she almost pauses. She puts like a finger to her mouth and like, although do have eyes around, I can't put my feeling on this. But there's this current of energy that is more, well, the antithesis of you, for example, my creator. I cannot determine where it is, but I know it feels close. And it feels like trouble. So, please be on your guard, but I'm sure you will prevail. After all, then she like gently, almost like fondly caresses your metallic cheek. After all, you have made me greatest creation. By the way, out of character, if you want me to tone it down a little bit, if that makes you like out of character kind of uncomfortable, just say it and I will like tone it down.
Just a bit.
Okay.
But I do think they are. Pastor is comforted by the presence of their creation. I guess I don't think we have a name for them yet.
Unless Pastor, like above the board, you know what I'm using for like as the basis mechanically, but in game, unless Pastor gave her a name, it's still up in the air.
So I think the lights slowly shift back to blue, but they are still on guard considering what they have mentioned.
Yes.
So I think Pastor will slowly return to his normal activities, but he will keep his mace on him.
Mhm. Very shortly, you will hear rapid footsteps coming by. I'm gonna say that due to your roll, what you can do, like some people that you would trust, or like, give me a moment.
Okay.
Was distracted. That if someone like needed help from a cleric or whatnot, they might have a general idea where to look for you. So you will be hearing rapid footsteps and calls out, Sir Pastor! Sir Pastor, are you inside? We need
I
help!
am.
Captain's been attacked!
What?
Captain! Lastimosa, someone tried to assassinate him! Please, you need to come with me!
Pastor immediately grabs their shield and Evening Star and starts running.
Yeah, you see that's one of the guards that's like panting heavily, but like run to you as quickly as possible. Come, I will lead you to him. He lost a lot of blood. And you will start rapidly dashing, running towards the office of one Captain Lastimosa. And inside, rather you will see that there's a little bit of commotion, like a couple of guards trying to secure the air, like shoo away the passerbys, like trying to secure the location. However, there's not as many as you would think, considering the situation and who was attacked. And as you approach, you can give me a perception check. This is based on sight.
Good. I'm pretty sure all of my perception is the same, though.
I mean, just
Yeah,
in
it's
case,
just
like,
me.
if... Oh, okay.
I'm the weirdo.
17.
Okay. So with a 17, you think, like, in the distance, like, kind of in, like, closer towards the, like, wall area, but still inside the city, you start seeing, like, a plum of smoke. But you do not focus on that too much because you now have,
Right.
a patient. A short Gilligan cut to the rest of the party that they are walking from Sasa's home back to the place. From a distance, you start seeing a plum of smoke, and as you like squint, you're like, wait a fucking minute, is that from that house we left? And then you increase your pace.
Oh. Fuck.
Cutting back to Pastor, you step in, and the inside of the office, they pretty much tell the story of someone being ambushed and desperately fighting for their life. And of note, you see two things. One, on the ground, you see pale, bleeding, and there's a large pool of blood, and fading rapidly. Captain Lastimosa, that is holding one hand on his like neck, trying to stem the bleeding from that. And you also see like below one or two more puncture wounds. There's a guard that is like panically trying to like just keep pressure on. And two, you see one other guard like slightly panic, but keeping his sword up, like pointing towards a pale humanoid with a pair of fangs that is impaled through like in the middle of his body and impaled like to the wall.
Oh boy. Immediately this, just fuck it, do it at second level.
All right. Okay. Please give me a, I believe, medicine check.
Great.
All
Hell
right.
yeah.
I need to ask, like, for today, did Pastor prepare any sort of like remove poison stuff or disease or something like that, or not really?
What's the restoration? Yeah, it deals with poisoned effect.
Okay. So with that natural 20, and again, reminder that nat 20s on skill checks are not automatic success, but again, with a total of 27, which is more than freaking enough. You see, as your healing magic begins to knit the most severe critical wounds and stem the bleeding, however, you very quickly, as an expert, you notice that this is not merely a matter of, blood loss and trauma of physical trauma, but you do notice the wounds themselves, like around them, you start seeing weird coloration, necrotic tissue already appearing. Plus, I'm gonna say, like, you quickly catch a glance that the color of blood looks to you not exactly right, and you come to a conclusion that's to make sure they did the job, they used the poison.
Okay. So
And you know that, I mean, yeah, Leisure Restoration will like do the job, but you need to use it because this is like a very serious poison, and like just a skill check would not be enough.
right.
All right. So with those two spells, like pouring the magical energy, the mana from inside you, giving a second chance of life to Captain Lastimosa, he didn't really full lose consciousness, but now his eyes seem to regain a little bit of focus, and he takes 2 or 3 shallow breaths. He's still looking like quite winded. Thank you, Master, in the nick of time.
Fuck. Sorry, I just
JP,
completely
mute,
blanked
you
out for a
fucking
second.
Dumbass.
Um,
You're fucking dead.
what?
There we go.
Do you want me to repeat stuff?
No, I heard everything. I just sort of blanked out for a moment. Sorry about that.
It's fine. Happens.
Right. God. Is there anything else that I think Pastor's just like looking at the situation now. Like, is there anything you can tell me about what happened here?
Give me a moment. Guards, help me up, will you? And yeah, the one that was, trying to keep the pressure, like, oh, of course, Captain, and gives him a hand, like, lifts him up. Captain is like, don't mind if I sit down. Well, out of nowhere, I was, doing my business as a captain should, and I believe there were 2 of them, these black suckers, and with like narrowed eyes looks at the still impaled alive by barely vampire that's basically pinned to the wall. Saying that you healed the captain, this creature is snarling at you. It doesn't say anything specific, even in Fahrenheit, just like snarling and sprouting gibberish. And as you look at it.